If a man had a troubling background, got in trouble a couple of times in his life, does that mean that he deserves to die with a knee in his neck? Let's do it.
Yeah, hey, this is what Papa Duck, y'all already know, my nigga. Shife on the beat, y'all already motherfucking know what it is. Hey, flex, stop bullshit.
Man, this shit sickens me so bad, bro. When y'all see this video, like I want to get in this bitch chest so bad. It's just a shame, bro, how we are as a people. And I'm not talking about everybody, man. I'm just talking about the motherfuckers like this motherfucker on this video I'm finna show y'all. And the only reason why I ain't finna get off in her chest, because I know y'all gonna do it for me. And I ain't saying I need y'all help, because I can handle my own. But I just know y'all gonna feel the same way I feel when y'all see this video. And like I say, regardless of a person's background and the troubles that they've been through, don't nobody deserve to die with a knee in their neck. Man, y'all watch this video, man. I even hate to show y'all this shit, but I just, it sickens me, bro, for people to feel the way they feel, to be your own kind, your own color. Boy, I want to get in this bitch chest, boy. I'm gonna run this video, man. Y'all check this out, man. I'm just warning y'all, man. This is some real foul, fucked up shit right here. Check it out.
Of George Floyd deserves justice for the way that he died, but I also am not going to accept the narrative that this is the best the Black community has to offer. For whatever reason, it has become fashionable over the last 5 or 6 years for us to turn criminals into heroes overnight. But George Floyd is being uplifted as an amazing human being. For those of you who have not yet seen the clips and did not pursue or wait for more clips to come out, first and foremost, George Floyd at the time of his arrest was high on fentanyl and he was high on methamphetamine. This came back in both of his autopsy reports. If you pursue the 911 transcript, you can see the person describing somebody who is out of their mind high, and which is what made the person fearful, because he tried to, use a bill that I guess was a fake bill to purchase something, and then he was outside acting weird, and they, in their police call, said that this person was obviously distorted on drugs. When he is put into handcuffs and is put against the wall, a baggie of what looks to be like cocaine or it's a white baggie that he drops onto the floor that you can see in an image. If you look up the clip, the media is refusing to circulate it. You can find it on Twitter. If you use DuckDuckGo and look up George Floyd baggie, you can watch the clip yourself with your own eyes. He had drugs on him at the time of his arrest. Now, barring all of that, nobody thinks that he should have died during this arrest, but what I find despicable to be is that everyone is pretending that this man lived a heroic lifestyle when he didn't, and I want to talk about what his lifestyle was leading up to this moment, and why I refuse to accept the narrative that this person is a martyr or should be lifted up in the Black community, and that we should be buying t-shirts with his name on it, okay? So here we have, first and foremost, let's start from the bottom of his record. And by the way, I am not saying that if you have a record, you don't deserve a second chance. I think people get arrested, and some people can serve time in prison, and I believe in second chances, but I do draw the line when it comes to second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth chances. 1998, he spent 10 months in prison for theft with a firearm. That was the first prison stint that I could find on him. In 2002, he spent 8 months in prison for a cocaine offense. In 2004, just 2 years later, he spent another 10 months in prison for a cocaine offense. In 2005, he spent another 10 months in prison for having less than 1 gram of cocaine on him again. In 2007, and this was the biggest instant that I had that made me realize this was a horrible human being that I am not going to pretend was a good person.
Now, regardless of this man's background, it has nothing to do with him being killed and murdered the way that he was. And this despicable piece of shit want to sit up here and act like that has anything relative to making it okay that this man be killed the way he was. Back to this despicable ass video.
Now, you can say the media is portraying it like he was just getting his life together after, you know, being released in 2014 following that incident. He was just getting his life together and moved and was going to start afresh. I'd like to believe all of those things, and there's a gap, and he never got in trouble for 5 years until this incident when the police were called on him again. But you are defying common sense to believe that this person suddenly became an exemplary character but happened to be high on fentanyl and methamphetamine, and trying to use a bill, a fake bill, to purchase something. And so in my opinion, George Floyd was a criminal. He was a criminal. But it does mean that I am not going to play a part of the broken black culture that always wants to martyr criminals, who wants to pretend they were these upstanding human beings that just wanted to help society, that just wanted to reach out and uplift society. And he has a rap sheet that is long, that is dangerous. He was an example of a violent criminal his entire life. But why are we pretending that this criminal should be upheld as a citizen, as a martyr in Black America? A martyr for a fake narrative, by the way. Police brutality, racially motivated police brutality is a myth, okay? So let's get into that. Not only are we using this death, right, and allowing it to cause these riots and protests, pretending this was some upstanding citizen in the Black community who was tackled down and killed for no reason, right? Not only are we allowing it to inspire riots in which Black people are dying, in which actual upstanding Black citizens are dying. Case in point, I'm sure you guys have all now seen David, the sheriff that just was shot and killed because he was trying to protect a pawn shop. Please look him up if you haven't seen it. I'm blanking on his last name. His first name is David, who was shot and killed for trying to protect a pawn shop from looters. An upstanding citizen, an actual head of a police. He was the head of a police his entire life, 77 years old, did everything right, right? So we now have to kill upstanding Black citizens because a non-upstanding Black citizen, a career Black criminal, died. Now, did he deserve to die in that manner? No. I can't say it enough. No, he didn't deserve to die in that manner. But I will be damned if the rest of us upstanding Black citizens have to suffer because of this incident that rarely ever happens in America. So here are some numbers for you people that are still believing that police brutality is a real, racially motivated police brutality is a real thing. First and foremost, okay, you have a 25% higher chance as a violent white criminal of dying at the hands of a police officer than you do as a Black criminal. Last year, a total of 9 unarmed black men were killed by police officers, and 19 white men were killed by police officers. For those of you that aren't good at mathematics, right, you might be thinking, oh, but Candace, white people represent 60% of the population and Black people represent just 13% of the population. It doesn't matter what percentage of the population you represent. It matters what percentage of the violent criminal community you represent. And unfortunately, Black community commits a disproportionate amount of crimes compared to the white community. Let me tell you, 6% of the population, right, Black men, 6% of the population account for 44% of all murders in this country, according to 2018 statistics. That is what you call a gap. And yet white people who represent 60% of the population, we represent 13, Black men are 6%, only represent 50% of all the murders, right? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. A 6-point variation in a community where we are extreme minorities. We commit 50% of all violent offenses, evenly split, and we're only 13% of the population.
I can't hear this. I can't listen to this bitch no more, man. I'm gonna be honest. Excuse my language. I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but this is the type of shit that boils my motherfucking blood. Since she is so fucking mathematically inclined, dummy, don't you know that minority is majority? Dummy. This is the stupid shit. These are the stupid narratives that people put out that want people to believe. So you telling me that there's more white people than Black people? Dummy. Have you seen how white people act when they get stopped by the police because they feel they're privileged? And this is not to be prejudiced, it's just facts. They jump out on some wild shit, so if more of them did get killed, we can kind of understand. Black folks get killed with their hands cuffed, dumbass. Cuffed behind their back, dummy. This is the shit that boils my motherfucking blood. This woman sitting on here calling out numbers Actually, she don't know what the fuck she talking about. Why you think they doing population control? White folks are not having enough babies. Do your numbers on that. Minorities, blacks are having way more babies than whites. This is one of the reasons why they know if in a certain period of time we would outnumber them so wholeheartedly to it wouldn't be a reason why we couldn't overthrow this whole situation. But she's sitting on here saying that there's more whites than blacks. She's actually saying that by we have a smaller percentage of blacks that we're committing more crimes. But you got to understand, we are in a system that is designed for us as blacks to go to prison. It's not a coincidence that the prison is filled with blacks, dumbass. How many motherfucking cases got to happen for you to understand this shit is unjust, dumbass? How many motherfucking whites go to court for the same charge and get a lesser sentence, if a sentence at all, than blacks, dumbass? This is not our system, dumbass. This system was created for blacks and minorities to fail, dumbass. And when you speak about this man cocaine situation, you name one nigga or one white person that can create cocaine from a poppy plant, dumbass. Cocaine is coming in through the CIA. Can't no motherfucking nigga on the streets create. You can't tell me, because you don't sound like you ever been in the streets and never will be in the streets. So really, you ain't from that side of the tracks. And I hate to get on my own people like that, but sometimes I don't see color when it comes to that type of attitude and hatred. But anyway, when it comes to cocaine, you name me one person on the streets, I don't care how much cocaine they sold, can take a poppy plant and make cocaine out of it. Can't damn motherfucker do it. That let you know this shit is being distributed and made somewhere else, brought into the community of blacks. Dumbass. This is the shit that pisses me off. I couldn't just sit and hear this motherfucker rant and rave no motherfucking more. I hate to even put this motherfucking video out, but I want y'all to understand that sometimes the devil ain't the color you think it is. And this is not to be racist on no level, but I'll be damned if I let this motherfucker sit and tear this man's legacy down. If you can speak about his bad, bitch, speak about his good. Excuse my language, man. This shit just got me pissed off, man. Fuck this. I'm gone, man.
Yeah, hey, this is what Papa Duck, y'all already know, my nigga. Shape on the beat, y'all already motherfucking know what it is. Hey, flex, stop bullshitting.